Can you say hello? I'm going to use Moses for my vlog intro. So here's a little compilation of us looking at our new house. I am really sick, so there's my diffuser going. And I'm not going to show you all my bloated sick face. So I thought Moses could intro this for us instead. Right, Mo? Say hi. Say hi. Okay, here's kind of what I've been up to. This is Lola. She's feisty in the morning. She's on my kitchen counter. I don't know where Moses is. Right? Right? Yeah. It's me. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. We are going out of town for the day. I am gonna go get dressed and ready. I have a job interview. We're gonna see the house. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Okay. We are at, I know it's expensive. We're at Starbucks. We are headed out to, we just signed the, what did we just sign? The title paperwork or something? What did we sign?
Our residency affidavit.
Our residency
stating that it's
affidavit for the survey or something. So, I don't even know. We just signed some paperwork for our property here. We're going to the new town for the inspection there. And then I have my job interview at 2 o'clock. And we're getting some Starbucks because we're both kind of slogging around.
We haven't been in like a week.
We haven't.
Longer than that.
We haven't been to Starbucks in a week, he just said. So, got my tracker out. I'm gonna track this. I'm getting a venti skinny vanilla latte and the turkey sandwich and a bottle of water. And what do you have over there for your breakfast, sir? He brought himself some little treats.
Fiber One.
Oh, he's addicted to these right now.
So good.
The Fiber One cinnamon coffee cakes.
So good.
Wait, how many of these do you eat at once?
2.
You have 3 over there.
Yes.
He's gonna eat 3 of them. So, and he got, what'd you get to drink? A mocha or something?
Yes.
We got a mocha. So we're gonna do that. I've got to go pick up, my mom bought a shirt for Judah. Judah is going to a wedding with Dakota this weekend, and it's a country and western wedding. I think they're all wearing like, he's got to wear his cowboy hat and they're not wearing tracksuits. He's wearing his cowboy hat, he's wearing his cowboy boots, and then she has a really pretty dress that she's wearing. So my mom went and bought him a western shirt because he doesn't normally dress like that, but he does for special occasions. So we're gonna go pick that up for him so we can take it to him at school. And yeah, just a busy day. I need to go buy a sweater because I have on my denim jacket, but I don't want to wear that to my interview, and it's actually cold. It feels like fall today. I'm so excited. So I've got to do that. And we'll check in with you as we progress. Progress. We had lunch at salad place. Jason's Deli. I'll insert some video right here of my salad. And now I am on my way to my job interview. After I lost my earring for a little bit, that was dramatic. And then I went into Michael's for 10 whole minutes. I didn't film that. I gotta fix my hair before I go to my interview. And then he's going to the home inspection. I'm really hoping I get a chance to see the house today. I would love to do that. Should I give you the camera so you can film? I'm gonna give you this camera. So I'm gonna let him film some of the house for me. Will you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I don't make it over there in time.
There's a 6-minute slowdown in 2 miles.
There's a 6-minute slowdown.
Route.
Oh jeez. All right, here we go. Job interview time. No door. Ooh, I like that fan. There's some fans I don't like and some I like. Built-in ironing board. What tree is that? It's so pretty.
I'm not exactly sure.
Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna add this or tack this on to whatever footage I have so far. I am sick, so excuse me. And I'm going to do a little vlogging in the dark and just kind of catch you all up on life stuff. And I also wanted to check in on all of you. So let me back out of the driveway and then we'll talk. Okay, so we're going to vlog in the dark for a little bit. I have my headset on because I think it's easier for you guys to hear me. And then also I am sick, and so please excuse my voice and coughing and all of that stuff. I feel like I'm getting better, so hopefully we're at the tail end of things, but I did get strep throat over the weekend, and now I just have a lot of sort of, I don't even know, stuffiness and stuff. But I'm on antibiotics, so this is day 4, I think, of antibiotics, and yeah. They've been messing with my stomach, so that's a whole other thing. In terms of Weight Watchers, because I've been sick, I've just been sort of doing whatever feels good on my tummy. And I haven't been doing a terrible job, but I know on Sunday when I was at my sickest, I was really hungry in the afternoon, and so Judah went and got me a bread bowl from Panera with chicken noodle soup, and that was so good because the soup like softens all the bread and I could swallow it. It was delicious. So I ate that on Sunday. I think that's all I had. And then yesterday was the first day I was really kind of eating a little normally, and I had an unwich for lunch, and then I had a bean burrito. So like kind of like soft stuff because my throat has been so raw. And then this is the first morning I woke up and didn't feel like there were razor blades in my throat. So glory to God for all things. We're just trucking through it. Meanwhile, on Monday, I had part 2 and part 3 of my job interview. So basically, I think I told you guys I applied at Sam's Club. And they have not called me. So Sam's Club does not want this nurse as a manager. They probably looked at my application and was like, she's suffering a midlife crisis. Let's not even call her. She's lost it. I told my director, I'm drinking coffee if you're wondering, hold on. I told my director that I had applied to Sam's Club, and she was just incredulous and looked at me like maybe I needed a drug screen or something. So they have not called me. The only job that has even piqued my interest is the job I applied for. I have not applied for anything else, and I've been going through the interview process, which has been very involved and detailed. It was a 3-part interview with a lot of very introspective questions. Like, they would ask me a question, I really had to think about my answers, and they were the first 2 interviews, they were asking me questions off of these questionnaire forms, because it's a government funded job. So they have to be really careful, and right now they're background checking me and checking all my references, so we'll see. I don't know. The supervisor told me that she feels like I would be a really good fit for the job, and she and I just really clicked in terms of just what we believe in and our passion in life and all of that. But of course, it's the larger entity that does the hiring, and so they have to fully vet me before they put me in a job where I'm basically going into people's homes. And so I get it, and I'm really trying to relinquish a lot of this stuff to God, because this whole move and everything that's happened has just been like a wave that we're surfing, and we're just trying to stay on the board. Our house is still, under contract and in process with all of that, with the initial people that put the contract on the house. We got a cash offer yesterday. It sounds like it's from people that want to come in and make our house like an Airbnb type of situation. And we just, we already are under contract with other people and have gone this far with other people. We just feel like it's not ethical to pull out of a contract that we've, I don't know. It was a decent cash offer, and it would be an easy thing to do in terms of like business deal, and it would mean that we could just close and get moved. But it's not fair to the people that we've been working with. They've already done an inspection, and we've already done like the couple of little repairs that they've asked for, and like I feel like we already know them in some way. Like, we know their family lives on our street, and they're the kind of people that I want to live in our house. I don't really want our house to be an Airbnb or like a bed and breakfast type thing. I want, like, for me, it's lovely to think that I'm leaving and there's this nice little family living in our house that we've loved so much. So we're not going to go that route at this point. My realtor always says cash is king and money talks and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but then there's like decency and humanity and being kind. And what does that say? Like, our names are all over those contracts. Like, what does it say if you pull out of a contract? Like, my grandfather would just roll over. My grandfather was a real estate agent at the end of his life. He sort of did it from like his 50s on. And he was so meticulous in the way that he practiced, and everything he did was so like ethical and moral. And if he knew that I was going to break a contract, he'd be just like, what? You don't break a handshake. You shake on it, and then you do your best to fulfill your side of it. And then if the contract falls out, then we can look at other options, or if they're unable to close or whatever, then we'll go from that standpoint. So I think you can get too greedy in all of this, and we just want to be okay. We just want to get moved and do it with integrity, and that's why I tried to be really upfront at my job, and I gave them a couple months notice. We haven't hired anybody for my position. Despite my, trying to get someone in there. that's just a slow process. But I'm going to leave it in an organized manner, and I've been trying to facilitate a smooth transition with the people that are, under my supervision. And we'll just, say a prayer and go with it, and leave a lot of these things to God, because He knows ultimately Thy will be done, But anyway, so I went to that interview on Monday with just feeling terribly, and my husband was so sweet. We live in an area that has literally been pouring rain for days. I feel like I'm in an apocalyptic movie. It's oppressive. Like, it's just a big rain cloud sitting on us. And it's just been gray. I think we had like an hour yesterday where there wasn't any rain. It was still really overcast. And we're all like, oh, maybe this is it. Nope, it's not. It has been raining and raining and raining. I've just never seen anything like it. I don't really remember a time that it rained like this where I live, like for days like this. And so everyone's just feeling kind of like, you don't want to do anything. You feel very unmotivated, and it's been dark. The roads have been really, really wet, and so that has been concerning. And so, I'm going to try to make it through the rain. I hope it stops at some point. On top of that, it's been very cold. It went from being hot and muggy to being like in the 40s. And that has not helped my bug that I have. So damp weather is not helping. What else can I tell you? We did the inspection on our new house, and it came back, and things are pretty good. We had a couple of things that need to be addressed. The air conditioning unit, the HVAC system needed some repairs. And we are going to go in under home warranty, so it looks like there'll be a couple things that we can address when we go under warranty, when we buy the house. And hopefully we'll get a new air conditioning system at some point. And then there's some hail damage on the roof that the sellers have agreed to work with their insurance company and get fixed. Other than that, the house is great. I think it's like built in 72, which is the year that I was born. And it has sort of an English countryside look to it. Or at least I've like romanticized it to be like, oh, we live in the country, the English countryside. And it has a lot of beautiful blooming plants, and the area that we're moving to is very green, and a lot of things grow very easily, especially like azaleas and roses. And there's hydrangea, which I'm a huge hydrangea freak, so I can't wait to get some more hydrangea plants in and just like go to town in terms of the yard. And then the house is a lot of space, and we had sort of toyed with the idea of going smaller. And then when we started to look at houses and started to talk about like people visiting and our kids and just sort of what our life is going to look like there, we're like, no, we need more space. So we got a 4-bedroom house, and we want to so we're going to set the boys' rooms up. So for right now, because they're so transitional and in and out, and also that those can serve as like guest areas basically for whoever while we're transitioning. And Asher will still be home on school breaks during the summer. Judah, the jury, is kind of out right now, what he's doing, so that's all in progress with him, but he'll have, a landing space, because we don't want him to feel like he doesn't have somewhere to go right now while he's trying to figure out what to do. And his options are, I think he's going to do an additional semester in school. He has a couple of grades he wants to replace, just in case he ever wants to get his master's degree. He wants his GPA as high as possible. And then he has, I think, 2 classes he still needs towards his bachelor's degree. So he'll do 1 more semester at college and then try to figure out from there. So we'll set their rooms up, and then my husband will have a dedicated office space for church at home because he's going to be very busy. And they have an office set up for him at the actual church facility that they're building. They're building him an office. Not him specifically, but they're building an office for the priest, and he happens to be, you know, going in as the priest. So he gets a brand new office by the grace of God, and I don't think that he'll go out there and sit by himself though during the day. It probably makes more sense for him to be in town and at home working, and then he can meet people. You know, that he usually goes out and meets with people, or he does a lot of running around basically. Visitation hospital, monastery. There's going to be a couple little missions that he's going to, I think, try to help with. We don't really know what that looks like yet. And then he just meets with a lot of people in the community and has to work on a lot of his putting services together and putting sermons together and all of that. I mean, it's just, you know, so it'll be good for him to have an office. We have a garage for the first time in many years, so that will be a blessing to be able to have a garage. And this is all if the deal goes through. You know, this is all kind of hypothetical based on the contracts we have, but you all know and I know things can fall through, so I'm just chit-chatting about it. And then I will have like a little office area, which will be nice, that I can keep. I have a lot of craft supplies and things, so there's like an additional little space for that. Excuse me, choking and dying. So I'm excited about that. And there's 2 bathrooms, so that'll be nice. You know, we'll have the bathroom for the boys, and then also, you know, guest bathroom. A large living room, a dining room, and then an eating kitchen. And then they finished out some attic space as like kind of bonus area. And the guys have all claimed it for music and entertainment and stuff. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but we also can just store stuff in it, which is probably more likely because we have plenty of space the way that it is. And the bedrooms aren't huge or anything. It's just, you know, a very modest house. I think it's, with the added bonus space, it's like 2,400 square feet. So it's, I'm making it sound huge, but it's really not that big. And then it has a really nice yard. So we are very excited. It's in a very rolling neighborhood. So in terms of walking, it will really challenge me. I'm so excited. The neighborhood is beautiful. Lots of big trees. Just, you know, a rolling landscape, so I'll be able to get my steps in and take some nice walks, I think. So that's kind of the update on the house. I think I'll tack on some, you know, pictures somewhere in here of the interior for you guys, so you can kind of see the before. And I've had fun daydreaming and coming up with ways to put, you know, my furniture and the furnishings that we have, and maybe adding a few pieces, and just turning it into a home. And right now it feels like somewhere, it feels homey to me, which that's when you go and look at houses, that's the main thing, is you have to be able to walk in there and feel like, oh, this feels like we could live here. And it has a good feeling to it. So I'm very excited about that. And I am going to stop vlogging now because we're getting into the heavy traffic part. And as I said, it is non-stop pouring rain and we're being drenched. So let me know how you all are doing on Weight Watchers and just in life in general. I love reading your comments, and I know I'm not very social media-ish right now, but I'm hoping to get past all this and get settled and get back into a more regular rhythm with my vlog. That is the goal. Going back to meetings. if I get this job, I will be starting November the 5th. So Lord have mercy. I'm just jumping right into something new, and there's travel that comes with it, training, and it's going to be a whole new thing that I will need to learn. So, oh, nursing, how I love thee. You stimulate us, for sure. My fellow nurses out there know. They told me this in school, and I didn't really understand what they meant when they said that nurses are lifetime learners, but we really are. There's always change, there's always learning to be done. You can always grow in the role, in the career, in the vocation. And that is certainly true from my experience. There's just a lot of opportunity, and you don't have to be stuck. And so that's one thing that I've told, some of the nurses that I've mentored or precepted, is that there are, if you find yourself in a place where you're getting burnt out or it's not working for your family, there are other opportunities out there in nursing, and you should always, be open-minded, because you might find an area that you never, just something new that you never thought, like I never thought I'd be opening an HIV clinic. I never thought that I would help open a hospital. This new job that I'm looking at, I never didn't even know about it, and heard about it when I was working the last few years, and just thought it sounded so neat. So when I saw the job come open, it was cool because I had already met a nurse that did this job in the area that I live in, and thought at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, how do you get into that? And so I'm very blessed to have had the opportunity to interview for it, and if it doesn't work out, then there's something else I need to be doing. And although that creates some tension and stress, I really do have a lot of peace about everything that's happening with us right now. Oh, in terms of my parents, they have decided they're going to relocate with us. They want to be near us, and they are looking at housing for that. They, of course, are in a great place right now and can stay until next summer, but they don't really want to do that. So, that's their decision. So they have been looking at different options in the new town that we're going to be in. So keep them in your prayers. They're doing really well physically and everything. My mom's back is doing really well. They've got some great health care here, so it's been a real blessing. They've been in an area where they can get excellent health care. I will see you guys later. If you've made it through this whole rambling, crazy vlog that I don't even know what's on here, then God bless you. Thanks for listening. Stay in orbit. I'm still in orbit, you guys. Every day I wake up and I get my tracker out and I reactivate my plan for the day. Some days are better than others, and I've been getting more blue dots than not, so that's promising. My weight is really consistently staying the same at 236. I'll go down like half a pound, and then I go right back to 236. So I think the stress and being sick is just not. I'm not in a good place to be losing, but at least I'm not gaining. So that's wonderful and providential. So I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.